Hello everybody. Earlier today I was searching YouTube to find a comparison between the Heil PR40 and Shure SM7B microphones. I couldn't find one, and since I have both of these microphones, I'm going to create that comparison for you today. These are very similar mics. They are both dynamic mics with a cardioid pickup pattern, and they're also very similar in cost. The SM7B is frequently used by radio stations and in recording studios. The PR40 has become very popular with a lot of podcasters. Both of these mics are going into my mixer. There's no additional EQ being applied. There is no compression being applied. What you're hearing is the sound of the mics themselves. The only difference is that the SM7B does require more gain, so the gain level is higher on my mixer for the SM7B. On the PR40, there are no additional switches. On the SM7B, there are two switches on the bottom of the mic that will change the characteristics of the sound. One is a bass roll-off. The other one is a presence boost, which is turned on right now. So I'd like to turn off the presence boost and show you what that sounds like. So this is the sound of my voice through the SM7B with the presence boost turned off. This is really convenient because if you're recording an instrument, for example, you might not want to use the presence boost, but if you're recording vocals, you might want to have that presence boost turned on. The other interesting thing about the SM7B is that it comes with two windscreens. The smaller windscreen is currently on the mic. This is probably how you're used to seeing this mic in most cases. And now I'm going to take off the windscreen and show you what the mic looks like with no windscreen on it. Here is the small windscreen that I just took off of the SM7B. You can probably already tell a difference in the sound. The presence boost is still turned off, so now I'd like to turn the presence boost back on and show you what that sounds like. So now you're hearing what the SM7B sounds like with the presence boost turned on and with no windscreen. I've actually seen pictures of in certain recording studios when they're recording vocals with the SM7B, they'll leave the windscreen off of the microphone itself and put a separate windscreen between the singer and the microphone. So that's just another idea. Now what I'd like to do is put the larger windscreen on the SM7B. This is the windscreen that comes with it. And as a comparison, I'm going to put a similarly sized windscreen on the Heil PR40. Here's what these mics sound like with the larger windscreens on them. You can tell it deadens the sound a little bit more, but it does protect against the plosive sounds, the popping Ps. The SM7B, I think, still sounds a little bit richer than the PR40, which sounds a little bit muddier, but that could just be with my particular voice. So if you're considering buying one of these mics and you have the opportunity to try it out beforehand, I'd recommend that you do so because you might like the sound of your own voice through one of these mics better than you like it through the other one. Now, one thing of note is that the PR40 is often used without any kind of pop filter. It does a pretty good job of keeping all of the plosive, popping P sounds out of your recording, even with no additional pop filter or windscreen. So as you can probably tell, these mics are very similar and they sound very similar. So it's really just a matter of your personal taste and what you're going to be using it for. They go for about the same price. You can probably find the PR40 for about $20 cheaper than the SM7B. However, the PR40 does not come with any additional windscreen, while the SM7B comes with two separate windscreens that you can change out depending on what you're doing with it. So personally, I like the sound of the SM7B a little bit better for my own voice. However, that's partially due to the presence boost, and if I spent the time EQing the PR40, it would probably sound just as good. So really, it's a matter of personal taste. If you have any opinions, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And if this video helped you out, please hit the like button below.